Good morning, Wildcats. Today is Friday, February 9th. Happy early Super Bowl weekend. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all.
Moment of silence. Please be seated. The junior class will be holding a dodgeball tournament during Power Block on Friday, February 29th. That seems weird to say. That's through March 5th. Sign-ups will be held next week, February 12th to the 16th, during Power Block and lunches in the CAF. Sign up your team in groups of 6 to join this tournament. Cost is $5 a person or $30 a team, and traditional dodgeball rules will be used. Contact Lauren Holland, Abby Mata, Samara David, and Rachel Schaefer with any questions. A message from the Leos Club. If you are new to WB Schools this year, please check your emails. A survey was sent to this year's new arrivals last Wednesday. The Leos are looking for your input on how they can assist new students in making a smooth transition to the middle senior high school. If you have any questions, please email Ms. O'Laughlin or stop by room 211. This past Wednesday, the debate team participated in rounds 7 and 8 of the debate season at Foxborough High School. West Bridgewater's -A team of Thomas Pelladori and Bella Hyde swept both rounds to remain undefeated in their debate. In round 7, Bella and Thomas won the topic of inherency against the strong Fiend team. Bella is given extra acknowledgement for her first speaker ranking with 25 points. Bella and Thomas continued their winning ways in round 8, taking the issue of solvency against the strong Hingham team. The WB debate team looks to end the season strong on February 28th in the final round at BR. Congrats to them. The next Photo Club meeting will be held next Monday, actually this Monday, after school in room 202. An email is sent out to any senior who has not filled out the link for ordering your graduation gown. If you do not complete this small task today, you will lose privileges starting next week. Please check your email and see if you are one of the individuals who received this reminder, or see Mrs. Macmillan in guidance to find out. And it is Friday, and we got a lot of weather happening, so it's time to go to Anthony. Anthony, what's going on?
Welcome to your edition of the weekend weather. If you look on the board in front of me, if you're in here, but if you're in anywhere else, you're going to see it. There's a 58 on Saturday, and you're probably like, did you make another typo? No, that is actually the temperature on Saturday, which is pretty exciting because I'm getting quite tired of these 30s. Anyways, today's high is 49 with a low of 37, which is about 11 degrees over our average temperature, which is actually Sunday's high. So the low is 37, partly sunny. It's nice to see the sun again after like a 19-day drought of it. Tomorrow's high is 58 with a low of 40. Originally they said there was a chance for rain. Now it's looking like there may not be a chance for rain. We could even touch 60. That's what would not be surprised if we touch 60. Sunday for your Super Bowl watching parties, or if you're actually going to Las Vegas, which why would you go for one day? It'll be partly sunny with a high of 38 here, probably more like 70 something there, and a low of 24. Anyways, there is a chance for snow next week on Tuesday, like Monday night into Tuesday. It really depends on where the storm is tracking. One model's saying it's going to track more offshore, and we get nothing. The other one says it's going to track like 30 miles more north, and we get a lot of snow. But I will, on Monday, when I get like more updated forecast, I'll update you guys on that. Anyways, that's it for me. I'll be back on Monday to talk about next week.
Any touching 60 and maybe snow. And the Association of Independent Football Officials based at Braintree High School are looking for men and women ages 19 through 42 who are interested in officiating high school, sub-varsity, and youth league games for the 24 football season. The organizational meeting will be held on Tuesday evening, February 13th at Braintree High School starting at 7 p.m. If you are interested, go to the main office. The boys' middle school defeated Avon freshmen yesterday in a complete team effort. Russ Reagan, Mason Bailey, and Trey Coulter all scored double digits, and point guard Isaiah Davis led everyone in assists. Carter Rowe came off the bench to nail a 3 and a layup to put the game out of reach for Avon. Noah Papat, Lucas Brock, Michael Denson, and Matty Naveen contributed with strong performances. You know, it's Friday when the cafe makes funnel cakes for break. Am I right, Mr. Mail? Yeah, I thought he'd like that. Other choices include a variety of pastries, soft pretzels, Uncrustables, assorted breakfast sandwiches, peach smoothies. yogurt brownie parfaits, and the Pick 2 snack rack. For cereal lovers, check out the new cereal varieties at the Speedy cereal display in front of the milk chest. And no Patriots this year, but the CAF is celebrating the Super Bowl at lunch by offering a few fan favorites. Get a load of this. In addition to freshly made original pizza, they have nachos, steak beef or chicken burritos, and a Super Bowl app platter that includes bone-in buffalo wings, curly fries, and a soft pretzel with cheese. That sounds awesome. Freshly made grab-and-goes include chicken Caesar salads and wraps, chicken bacon wrap, vegetarian Mediterranean wrap, bagels with yogurt, ham subs, and Uncrustables. This week's featured salad is Fiesta chicken with cheddar corn and black beans served with tortilla scoop and Southwest ranch dressing. And now it's time for the belated shout-outs.
Shout out to Jay, Skylar, and Maddie.
Shout out to my Living with the Land Club.
Shout out Quincy. Give me two, dummy.
Shout out to Mark Guaman, who sits in my class and pretends to do work, but we all know he's not really doing work.
Shout out to Skylar Murphy and Jay Shumways.
Shout out to Ryan and Jacob.
Shout out to Miss Cronin. We're not putting that in.
I shout out Andrew Spadia and Sam Schneeweiss from Miss AJ's homeroom.
I shout out David Resendez. I shout out the Russian Orthodox Church and Chris D.
I shout out to Sam Bell and Dylan Spadia.
All right. I've been waiting a long time for this very day so I could have the opportunity to get some things off my chest. I'll try to make it as quick as I can because I know some teachers out there are excited for that Friday test they're about to give. Oh, before I get started, Ms. Terrio, your hat is ridiculous. And Ms. DeLuca, your sweatshirt is more embarrassing than Patrick Mahomes crying about the refs during the Bills game week 14. Now, as most of you know, the Niners and Chiefs are going head-to-head in the big game this Sunday. And obviously, as your in-house rep of Niner Nation, original starter jacket, to say I'm excited is an understatement. Now listen, I know what winning looks like, but some of you that follow your favorite team may be having trouble putting some closure on your own worthless football seasons. So I'm here to help out in that regard. Let's start with WB's biggest Cowboys fan, Jason George. Your team lost in the playoffs. Again. Jason, you want to see some great moments at AT&T Field? Go back to the year 2000 when it was called Texas Stadium and watch the Niners' very own Terrell Owens spike the ball right there on the star. On to the Packers. Nate the Great Frechette. Your team beat those Cowboys, which was awesome. But then you had to face the Niners, which made you sad. I mean, honestly, the only way the Packers would win in that game is if you hopped into a time machine, went back to any year that ends with 96, or 97, or 98. You'd also need Brett Favre to be a QB and Antonio Freeman to be catching balls from said QB. That was then. That is not the now, buddy. Now, the Vikings have at least two fans here at school. Tevz and Schneeweiss were dreaming big purple dreams until Kirk Cousins went down Halloween weekend. It may have felt like a trick to the two of you, but for the rest of us, it was a treat since it was one more team we didn't have to watch one more painful game after another. You want to read about some great Vikings that understood how to defend the ground and go on an offensive attack when it was time? Read about Ragnar Lothbrok, or Bjorn Ironside of the 7th century. Now those were Vikings. And then there were the Eagles. Hide, hide, hide. That is exactly what both coordinators must have said to their team after they crushed by the Niners back in unlucky Week 13. For the students in Mr. Hyde's class right now, you want to throw an impossible math problem at them? Ask him how all those losses add up. Now I'm going to go easy on Mr. Hyde. He's had a tough football year. His Eagles went from best to bottom at the flip of a switch, and his Oklahoma Sooners lost in the Alamo Bowl. Oh, for students who don't know what Oklahoma is, you know when you play that game where you have to name all 50 U.S. states? Yeah, Oklahoma is the last one that you can never get. Sorry, Mr. Hyde and Mr. Ash. Maybe next year. And last but not least, to all of the Patriot Nation out there. Now, welcome to real football. This is the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be like born and have your team win the Super Bowl every year with a quarterback who deflated footballs. You have to go through some pain and suffering with a losing team And without Brady and Bill, it looks like you'll be going through that for a really long time. Get over it. Stay loyal. Wait your turn. Now, I'm looking forward to putting an end to the Chiefs this Sunday for so many reasons. I'm done with Mahomes. I've had enough of Kadarius Toney. I'm all set with Andy Reid. And can we please put the whole Kelsey-Swift relationship aside for just one bloomin' day? You know the 49ers are going to cause their breakup, right? Their whole relationship is a conspiracy for the NFL to make more money off the Swift fans. Except this time, it'll be Kelsey dishing out the bad news. I've got an idea. Maybe he can write a song about it. He can call it All Too Not Well. I've even got some lyrics started for you, TK. You ready for this? Our team was so good and winning was our goal, but then we lost in the Super Bowl. As I sit here a-thinking while driving my car, I now realize it's the curse of the pop star. So instead of us planning our big summer wedding, you're getting a goodbye from number 87. And finally, a happy birthday to Benjamin Nealon, Angelina Karowski, and Benessa Tavares. You share a birthday with the talented Michael B. Jordan. Have a great weekend, everybody, and go Niners. That's all for the announcements today. On behalf of Anthony and myself and the morning crew, have a fantastic day.